Hello everyone, welcome to my channel. So today I'm going to share with you why I chose the Hobonichi over the sterling ink for 2024, and I will also try to make a comparison between the two. But keep in mind that this is not a bashing of any kind of any other planner companies, in this case the sterling ink one. It is just me talking about what I prefer over the other and why I do so. Now the planners that I've chosen here are the A5 sized planners from each company. So this is the Horn, and this is basically just the cousin with a hardcover. And what you see over here is the Sterling Ink A5 Compact Folio, which means that it is quite thin, as you can see, in comparison with this. The reason I got the compact when I'd made the pre-order is simply because I am not someone who journals on every spread in the dailies. So often there are a lot of blank pages which I'm not really bothered by. But I thought I would try the compact since it was offered this year. And yes, let's go to my reasons. The first reason that I have is the price. So let me just add one more over here. Okay. If you check the price points of these planners, you will notice that the A5, this is the compact version, this is priced at $42. And this is the regular cousin, okay, without the hardcover, just the plain cardstock cover. And this is priced at $32 on the Hobonichi website. And this one, which is probably one of their, other than the 5-year, one of their most expensive A5 sized planners. This is around $40 to $50. I can't give you an exact price because it depends on the material used for the cover, the language that you're choosing and such. But I would say this one would be the most expensive from their list. But keep in mind that this is a full year in the sense that you get all the dailies, okay? While this is a compact, and of course this one, as you can see, has a hard cover with a beautiful design on it. This is just a regular cover. So the price difference was something quite significant for me when I'm considering my planners. And for the price, I feel that this was a better option. So my second point is kind of connected to the first one, but I will come to that later. When I'm speaking about the price, I should talk about shipping as well. This was just the product price. When it comes to shipping, from 2023 onwards, Hobonichi has offered free shipping for a certain amount that you purchase, and also they have told that there won't be any additional charges when the order is delivered to your country, which I love. I do not like surprise charges that appear out of nowhere. On the other hand, I found that I've always found that Sterling Ink has, whenever it comes to my country, I have to pay additional charges for this one, which is not something that I enjoy. However, I will admit that she has kept a very low shipping charge considering the general shipping charges offered on other websites. This one, I think, is at a maximum of $8 for most international orders, or below that also for certain orders. So I think in terms of the total as well, the Hobonichi is a better option for me compared to the Sterling Ink one. This can differ from person to person because I do not know which country you're from, and it can benefit you to buy from Sterling Ink. Maybe that is a better option for you. I do not know about that. Now coming to the second point, it is kind of related, as I said, because of the cover. The cover was my second huge deciding factor for the Hobonichi, which may seem like a silly reason, but it matters a lot to me. When I pay so much for a planner, see, as I told you, this is $42, which is not a small amount. It is quite huge for a planner. When I pay so much, I like that it looks beautiful. I'm not saying it has to be extravagant as such, but it should look good enough. So when I look at my planner, I should enjoy looking at it and I should have fun with it. See, when I see this planner, I've just got it. Okay, see, it is good. Okay, there's nothing wrong with it, but there's nothing special about it. Okay, so when I hold this planner, it's a very floppy one. That is your preference, whether you like it or not. This is the forest green color, but in person, when I hold it out, it just looks like black. With a quick look, it kind of looks black, and I feel that it does not look like a $42 planner. See, when I look at this, it is beautiful. It's worth it. But when I look at this, not really. And it's not even a full year. So I kind of, when I look at this, I kind of feel bad that I spend so much on it and, it doesn't look great. I know it's a silly reason, but for me, it matters a lot. In fact, I would say out of all the reasons that I'm going to state, the first two are the most important for me, the price and the cover here, okay? I feel that this one is worth it, this one not so much. Cousin in between, okay, because it does not have a beautiful cover, but it has the entire year and all the necessary spreads, okay. And yes, let me go to the next point now. Now, since you have covered the price and the cover, which were my major points, what I'm going to say after this are frankly not as significant, but they are just additional factors. They are not really that relevant for me. Okay, so in random order, I can mention that as far as Sterling Ink, the common planner is concerned, I feel that the huge gap from ordering and receiving the order kind of affected my thoughts also, which I knew about. It is not a mistake on her part. I knew that the order will be delivered quite later because she had mentioned that. But I've just received my order in it's almost mid-November now. So I feel that I like to receive my planners, quite earlier. So I can at least decide by October what I want, what is my lineup for 2024, which I could do with the Hobonichi. But as far as the Sterling Ink is concerned, even though the pre-order was quite early, I received it just now, which is almost mid-November, which is quite late. On the other hand, the Hobonichi was, I think I received it mid-September, I think, which was quite quick. So I had a lot of time to plan and think about what is being a part of my lineup. So that also kind of mattered a bit. Then going into other things, let's talk about the spreads. Now, as far as Hobonichi and the common planner is concerned, one of the major differences that attracted people to the common planner is the fact that there is blank pages at the back instead of dated dailies. As you can see in the Hobonichi, they have dated it, okay. On the other hand, clearly in the common planner, you just have grid pages over here. The pages are numbered, however, which is good. So my issue here, just to clarify, yes, I do not write daily. That is why I went with the compact when I ordered the Sterling Ink planner. However, I have come to the realization that I do not like to write down the days and the dates on a regular basis. See, when I shifted from bullet journaling to planners, the whole idea is that the layouts should be already set up. I do not like to set them up on a daily basis. So when it comes to the common planner, I will have to do that, which I don't like. On the other hand, whether I use it or not, the setup is already there. So I can just start using it if I feel like using it. And I have a horrible handwriting. So if I have to do that, that is another issue. I will have a layout which I don't like. Now you might be wondering why I'm being so worried about the aesthetics of it. Frankly, I don't have a good handwriting or a creative side to me. So if you see my flip throughs, I do not have those perfect planners that you see on YouTube. For me, it is not about that. All my other planners, if you've seen my work planner, my church planner, they are extremely messy. Okay, I've probably not shown the insides of it, the layouts, the spreads as such. But this is one planner where I kind of like to keep it somewhat neat. I wouldn't say it's really neat, but somewhat at least. So when I have this already set up for me, it makes me feel better instead of having to set it up on a daily basis with the use of washi, stickers, or any other methods of maybe using stencils or writing it on my own, which I don't want to do at all. So I prefer this over this. Additionally, also a few things that I'd like to mention, which as always, keep in mind what is a pro to me may be a con to you as well. Now, there are a few things like the colored spreads of the Hobonichi compared to the completely neutral spreads that you have in the common planner. Now, this is a very interesting one. I'm kind of neutral about this because if you had asked me a few years back, I would definitely say common planner. I love the neutral look of this planner where every spread is just, black, white, and that's about it. You don't have any other colors popping up over here and there. But what again I have realized now is that since I'm largely a pen only planner, again, if you go through my flip throughs, you can see that I don't tend to use many stickers. Okay, there are very few stickers that I use, and most of my spreads have only a black pen in them. So I like that there is, you know, a little pop of color in the form of the day and the date, which I kind of like, instead of having it completely black and white. Maybe if I was stickering and doing something else, I would prefer the blank canvas that Sterling Ink offers, but right now I don't. And also our additional smaller things like these quotes at the bottom, and what else, the information pages at the back. I don't have any use for the information pages at the back except for one spread, and frankly I feel that the common planner is better in that aspect, that there are no other additional pages, unnecessary pages at the back, which I feel is a good point. As far as the quotes are concerned, again, a few years back I would have preferred no quotes. Right now I prefer the quotes. Reason is simple. Earlier I could not read the quotes that were in Japanese, now it is in English, and interestingly I still do not read it even though it is in English, but I kind of like it here. Again, only because I do not journal much now. I take up little space for journaling, not necessarily the whole page. So if I get more space here to write, okay, I find that it is useless because I don't really write, then why would I require that space? So I'm kind of okay with the quotes being there. It's better that it is there than having more space to journal, which I'm not really going to use. So that is about that. Then what else? Yes, bookmarks. See, the Horn currently offers 2 bookmarks. Okay, not the regular cousin, just the Horn. However, none of the common planners have any bookmarks as of now. I have not used these bookmarks to tell you how well they will last, but I can tell you maybe at the end of next year how that is going to work, but just minor things that I'd like to point out. Then yes, I think I've covered most of it. I think I can keep on speaking for long, but I should stop here now and go into the actual flip through of both the planners. Meanwhile, please mention whether these are the same things that made you choose Hobonichi over Sterling Ink, or have you gone for the common planner instead of the Hobonichi? Or are you considering other TRP planners? One thing that I've noted this year is that there are so many choices. My goodness, it gets I think too much, too overwhelming, because I am so tempted by all the choices, but then I'm like, I should not buy it because I wouldn't even use it. Why would I buy it? So let me know about that. Now I will do a quick flip through side by side, so if anyone is interested in that, you can keep on watching, or if not, bye. Okay, so once you open, you get these. By the way, this is the Horn, it is not the regular cousin. In case you want me to do one with the regular cousin, you can mention that as well. So this is kind of like the title page, okay, and this is the one in the Sterling Ink, and then you have the years. Now here you just have the current year, while here you have the current year as well as the previous and the next year. Then we go into the index, but here in the common planner you have sort of blank pages given here, and she has divided it with these dots that you see. And then we go into a section which she has added as a goal breakdown. And then we come into sort of a quarterly sort of division, which is not there here. So we have the index, but then there is a quarterly division here too, okay, which will continue in that format for the whole year. So we have the second quarter, the third quarter, and then of course we have the fourth quarter. On the other hand, it is just the index in the Hobonichi. Then we come to the monthly spreads, which I've kind of set up, so I don't want to show it. But it is similar to what you have here. So in the Sterling Ink common planner, you have one extra month of the previous year, which is December of the previous year. Then it goes all the way continuously. Let's see how many extra months she has given. We have Jan, and that's it. So one extra month of the previous year and the next year. While in the cousin, you have December again of the previous year, as well as Jan, Feb, and March of the next year. So in the cousin, you have a few extra months for the next year, as you can see. Then we go directly into the weeklies. So this is how the common planner weekly looks like. She has moved the numbers into the line. So you don't really have a line separating the weeklies. I don't know whether that is something that people would prefer, but that is that. And of course the time also, you can see it is 6 to 12, which is not the case in the cousin. You have it from 5 to 4, which is basically the whole 24 hours. Here you do not have that option. And as I told you earlier, here it is completely neutral with no color, but here you can see that in the weekend you have a bit of color. Okay, so you have the month here, same, you have the month here, more or less it's the same. And here I prefer this, that the month is clear, it's big, but here you have the month in the form of the number. So that is the week. Then after that, what we have after the weekly is turning the page to a new year in the cousin or the horn. On the other hand, after the weekly in the common planner, so this would be the last week, we are directly going into the blank pages or the memo pages at the back, which starts from 1 from here. Okay, however here, as you can see, there's a section called turning the page to a new year. Then we have the dailies in the Hobonichi cousin, which begins with a dashboard, and then you have your dailies, which changes color as per the month. Okay, as you know, every month has a different color, which I find a little fun now, considering that I don't decorate anymore. However, here you don't have anything, it is just numbered notes pages at the back. So that is about it. Even if it's the full year that you buy, not the compact version, you get a lot more notes pages, and that's about it, okay, for the common planner. However, when we come to the cousin, after the daily pages, you again have, see, this would be the last daily page, which is dated. You have a few notes pages, which would be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then all those printed pages at the back, okay, which you may or may not use. This may seem useless. As I told, I don't use most of it except for this one and this. That is the only spread that I use over there. I don't really use the other ones. So this is about it for the horn, and it is the same for the cousin. It is just that the cousin has a cardstock cover instead of the hardbound, version as such. So I hope you enjoyed this review. So this was why I went with the Hobonichi for next year. Now this is a planner you will not see on my channel much, since I am giving this away to someone else. Which I do every year. I give one planner away to someone else. So this is what I've chosen for them. Just letting you know, the reason I'm giving this away is not because this is useless. I'm giving it away because it is good. So I had two options to give someone else, which I had not chosen. One was the Archer and Olive, the huge letter-sized planner, if you've seen it on my channel. And the other one was this. When I thought about the two and that person, what I realized is that the Archer and Olive is one planner that most people probably can't use, because I can't imagine anyone actually lugging that planner around. It is so heavy, and actually finding a use for it. I think this would be a better option, because it is, no matter what I said earlier, it is quite, easy to carry around, quite lightweight, and the layouts are obviously functional enough. It is the same layout. So I am giving this one away because I feel it would be more useful for the person than using the Archer and Olive planner that I have chosen for next year for work. So this would go away to someone else probably in December. In case you have any other questions regarding this planner, please ask, and I will try to help you out as much as possible. And that's about it for this. Bye everyone. Have a nice day.